Welcome back to Lit Sports Online. We are talking Survivor Series upcoming on this weekend. Sunday, I think the start-off time is like 7, and there's a pre-show and WWE Network. You know that deal. But let's talk about it. We got Duane on the set. If you didn't watch our MLB episode, introduce my boy Duane. Known him since high school. Welcome to the table. Of course, we got Mike back on. Let's talk about wrestling, man.
All right, where do you want to start? Start at the bottom of the card.
Start with the bottom. Let's work our way up.
All right, well, let's start with what I think is going to be on the pre-show, and that's the Cruiserweight Championship. The current champion is Buddy Murphy. He's going up against Mustafa Ali.
Taking Buddy Murphy. I mean, his reign just started. I don't think they're going to pull the title off of him already.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, WWE's not in the business of taking titles off so soon. I mean, sometimes it happens, but very rarely.
I think I'm going to go with Buddy Murphy as well. Like you said, his reign is just starting. He's been pretty dominant. Let's see where it goes.
Let's see.
All right, next up. Raw Tag Team Champions, the AOP, taking on the SmackDown Tag Champs, the Bar.
I'm going to go with the Bar.
Again, I'm going to go with AOP. I think they want to build them up as a dominant team.
That's true. You make a good point.
So I think they'll go over maybe, Yeah. It's technically two heel teams going at it. So I don't know how much interest is going to be in it. It could be a quick match.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going with the AOP. Just the past couple of weeks, I think they finally come into that zone where they're facing off against good tag teams, like worthwhile tag teams. Because when they first called them up, they were going against nobody. They were squash matches.
Yeah.
I mean, I realize you've got to do that to build up a team, but
it gets old quick. Cause at least nowadays, I mean, back in the days, like
not even a minute-long match, it was over. So especially since aligning them with Drake Maverick, who we know as Rockstar Spud from TNA.
Yeah.
I think ever since they aligned with Drake Maverick, they've been on the up and up. So I'm going with the AOP.
All right.
Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins taking on Shinsuke Nakamura.
Now let's talk about this match because now we're on the main show. We're in, there's a lot of story behind it. I think, and this is something, I've seen on Twitter, I've seen all over social media, and something I felt personally. When you go back to like when you and me were like in middle school, backing at it, towards the end of the Attitude Era, but still when it was really hot, the Intercontinental Championship was probably one of the most prestigious championships in the show. But nowadays, it's mainly just whatever. And with the US Championship, I mean, it doesn't have the prestige it used to. And it's like this match on any given pay-per-view, Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura, that's a blockbuster main event right there. But
this has the potential to be the match of the night.
It really does. I think honestly, WWE would be best. I think if as long as Dean Ambrose doesn't interfere like I predict he will, this could be probably one of the best matches this year.
Yeah. I think we're going to get a good match, and I do think at the end it's going to be Nakamura going over from Ambrose interference.
Yep.
So
that's exactly what I think is going to happen.
I'm going to take Seth Rollins. He's been just burning it down the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, even with the goings on with Dean Ambrose and his mind games, and I don't know. I think he's still
burning flak jackets.
He still has to come out on top, but I think it's going to be a hell of a match. And I'm going with the Architect, Seth Rollins.
Yeah, let's do it.
Where are we going now? Let's go to what match we're supposed to be towards the top of the card, but unfortunately, it's not going to happen now. Ronda Rousey taking on Becky Lynch. Just before we started the video, I got an alert from WWE. Becky Lynch is now out of the pay-per-view, having suffered what they're calling a broken face, as well as a concussion, after she took an inadvertent elbow from the irresistible force, Nia Jax.
Yeah, we're currently filming right now. SmackDown is still rolling. Obviously, our phones are set for updates, but yeah, that's really heartbreaking, especially after what happened Monday and her leading the invasion into Raw. I was like, man, that's awesome. That's badass. She had her in an armbar. I mean, she had Ronda Rousey in an armbar. I mean, you would have thought that this girl was going to get over. And for an accident like that to happen, it sucks. It does happen.
So do you think they bring Nikki Bella in as a potential replacement?
just turn that TV off.
The Bellas that cannot wrestle?
Yeah, I'm just going to go to the bathroom at that point, maybe grab a beer or something. Screw that.
Yeah, I think had that match actually gone on, I would have picked Becky Lynch to go over.
I think Becky Lynch would have went over, honestly.
As she calls herself, she's the main. And she's like a female Stone Cold nowadays.
She's holding it down, dude.
But I feel like somehow they'll write Ronda off with an arm injury, especially after what happened last night on Raw.
Yeah.
The pretty nasty looking armbar that she took from Becky, so we'll see. Let's get into the classic Survivor Series matches. This year, instead of usually just the men's 5-on-5, this year we have a women's 5-on-5 and a tag team 5-on-5.
Wow, that's a lot of matches.
Start with the tag team 5-on-5. We found out last night who the Raw tag teams are going to be. Captained by Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. We're also going to see the Ascension, the B Team, the Lucha House Party, and the Revival representing Raw.
Okay.
And SmackDown, we only have 2 confirmed teams. And that's the Captains, the Usos, and the New Day.
Well, right out the gate, you could just give me SmackDown. I mean, Jesus. Raw's lineup just sounds like a bunch of jobbers. They don't... No,
it's filler.
It's filler. Honestly, this is the filler match on the card right here. It's gonna be that match that lasts too long that you'll be able to get some food, get yourself reacquainted, maybe go to the bathroom. I don't know, but yeah, there's not much to this. I mean, of course, to SmackDown, they're probably gonna talk about the 30 even still. That's better than half the whole Raw team.
And again, SmackDown's going on right now, so I was looking at who the other 3 potential tag teams could be. Unfortunately, it won't be the Bludgeon Brothers because they're both out with injuries.
Yeah.
So that leaves Sanity. They recently were called up from NXT.
Yeah.
And Gallows and Anderson.
Yeah. I think
representing the Bullet Club. Yeah. And the only other team I could put together would be the Colognes, Primo and Epico.
Again, I think SmackDown still looks
better than
I agree all the way around.
There's going to be a couple of cool spots maybe in the match, but I think again it'll be SmackDown coming out.
Yeah, I mean, no question.
I'm going with SmackDown. Move on to the men's 5-on-5. Representing Raw, we have Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler, and Bobby Lashley. Representing SmackDown, Shane O'Mac, Daniel Bryan, The Miz, Samoa Joe, and Rey Mysterio.
Now, I will say, last night on Raw, the stipulation was that Braun Strowman wins, he gets a championship title shot. And I think what's the next pay-per-view after this? TLC.
TLC. Yep.
I think that's going to be a great matchup. Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman, and I think that's why Raw will.
Remember, he also gets a guaranteed shot at Baron Corbin.
That's true. That was
the other.
Is it just because you look like Bobby Lashley that you're?
I hate you. All right, Paul.
All right, yeah. I'm picking Raw as well. They're just stacked. It's going to come down. It might be like a 4-on-1 with Braun Strowman. He's going to pull it out. I mean, they've taken that route before. We'll see. But I think Raw comes out on top.
I agree. I think Braun Strowman's going to bring it home for Team Red.
All right.
Moving on. And I think this has the potential to be another one hell of a match as the women's 5-on-5 this year. And let's be honest. They've built that division up so much over the last couple of months, and the women have just been phenomenal, to say the least. My hats off to them. So representing Raw, we have Mickie James, Tamina, Nia Jax, Natalya, and Ruby Riott of the Riott Squad. Representing SmackDown, Sonya Deville, Carmella, Asuka, Naomi, and Charlotte Flair.
That's a tough one.
That's a very tough one, but I think the X Factor being Charlotte Flair. I think honestly, she's been dealing a lot. Let's be honest here. So I think honestly, I think SmackDown's probably gonna pull away with this one.
I'm gonna go SmackDown too. I hope we get a dance break from Carmella. Maybe some R-Truth, pops in there.
I need R-Truth on TV.
But I think SmackDown pulls it out.
I'm gonna go Team Red on this one. I think it's gonna come down to not Nia Jax, Natalya and Charlotte.
That's gonna be a good.
I think Natalia's gonna take it for Team Red.
No, okay.
That would be poetic.
Yeah, it would. After
the year she's had, yeah.
All right, that brings us down to the last two matches on the card. Start with actually, I'm sorry, that brings us to the last match on the card, which is the Universal Championship up against the WWE Championship.
Now, this is a match we saw last year, actually, at Survivor Series. Obviously, I don't think this was WWE's probably their plan at first. I think it would have been cool to see Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles. I'm not even going to lie. Yeah. That'd been awesome, yeah. But I don't see AJ Styles winning this one for the simple fact that I think Brock Lesnar, especially with whatever's going on with UFC right now, the potential for him to go back there, I think WWE's going to make him look as powerful as he can.
Yeah, it's all about the money, and Brock does what Brock wants. I just don't see him going down to AJ Styles, so I'm picking Brock as well.
Again, I gotta go the other way. I'm gonna take AJ. After the ass whooping he got last year from Brock in Survivor Series, I'm thinking a little revenge is in order, and perhaps there could be a little interference from Braun Strowman. Because that wasn't stipulated by Stephanie on Raw, so you never know.
I think honestly that is an X factor. Will Braun Strowman interfere? But here's my thing: Braun Strowman was destroyed by Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar destroyed AJ last year. I don't see why that's going to be a difference this year. Again, Braun Strowman interfering, wanting some revenge, that changes things up, but who knows?
I mean, do we get a clean finish?
It'd be nice to see some clean finishes for once.
I don't think it's like
after last year, the ass whooping that Brock put on him. I mean, I hope if it is the main event, I do hope it is worthy of a main event spot.
Yeah,
and they don't just have Brock Lesnar kicking ass for 15
minutes. Yeah, seriously. If I'm going to sit through 3 hours of wrestling, I at least want to see something competitive. Yes. I mean, come on, let's be honest here. Yeah. Give us a show. But yes, that does it. Survivor Series 2018 this Sunday on the WWE Network. Thank you, Duane. Thank you, Mike. Again, these are videos we're going to start doing more regular. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned and be on the lookout for thisislitTube.com. It is a new site that we will actually be posting all our videos, and we will be doing a lot of more articles and blogs, political, science, etc., etc. So stay tuned. Take care.
Can we please?
I'll quiet my set fist in your face. Alright, rolling in 5, 4, 3.
Alright, great video, guys. That was awesome.